Podcast. My name's William.
And this is Davis, back at the satellite studio in North Long Beach, California.
Yeah, because tried to do a little wrenching today.
Well, I tried to do a little starting today.
A little starting. So, was Moon Eyes was 2 weeks ago?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. So we did say we were going to fire up the Mustang, the 302.
Right.
And we tried. Comes down to the only thing that Davis didn't rebuild.
This carburetor.
So that free carburetor,
not free.
not so free, but basically it's just piss and fuel
Out the secondaries.
The air vent there.
Right.
Which to me really says, at least the first thing to look at would be the floats on the inside.
Primaries. Or a clogged...
a passageway or something.
Yeah, clogged needle or seat in the front, or right. There's got to be some kind of screen in there.
And that's a 4120?
4150. Carburetor?
Yeah.
I think it's 4150.
Okay, I think it's a 4120. Okay,
electric choke, Holly 600.
Okay, so on that particular model, you have to take off the float bowls.
Yeah, this is kind of like an idiot-proof type carburetor where there's no adjustments on the outside other than the
Air fuel
mixture up at the front bowl,
right,
left and right side. But yeah, no sight glasses, no
adjusting the needle.
No adjusting the needle in the seat from the top.
So it's a.
Yeah, that's we probably could have nailed it by then, But again, we'd still be taking it off. So.
Right. So
start over.
When I get home, I'll look in my Holly book for you as far as rebuild.
I've got one here.
You have the okay. You've got the
4160.
I have that one,
but I think that's the manual choke, and then there's the 4150. The Holly Carburetor Handbook, Selection, Tuning, and Repair Guide.
Yeah, I've got a bigger one that's got a little more detail and like step by step.
But this is obviously a newer carburetor, so I actually have the rebuilding and modifying one. Do you have that one?
Mm-hmm. I can't see it. It's similar to that.
Right. Where you would only use like 10% of it because everything else is for like full out racing.
Right, but it gives you a good understanding
of alternative fuels.
Of troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Your power, what does a power valve do? What did these jets do? When you floor it, is there a pause? Is there hesitation? If there is, you're not getting enough fuel, so you got to change out jets and shooters and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically it all has to do with from your idle speed, where your vacuum is, what your vacuum reading is, and when you start to tip in on the accelerator, obviously there's more vacuum starts to come through, and then the idle circuit gets bypassed and it goes directly to the primaries, and then when you start to get into halfway through, then just before the linkage kicks over, and your secondaries kick in, and yeah, so I get to start over at that. So. Hey, at least it's new. But, who knows? I might end up with something else.
Yeah, and we did try to put my old carburetor on there.
Yeah, I think it was just...
That wasn't happening either.
Yeah, that was just a plug.
Yeah. But it was worth a shot. We had the time.
Yeah. At least we know that the engine's pumping plenty of fuel, producing spark.
Pretty close to being on time.
I was too busy looking at you. I wasn't even keeping an eye on the oil pressure gauge. because that would have been telling me something too. That should have been kicked up to 60 psi because we're dead cold right now. Did get the coolant mix and some water. Obviously, the system is gonna, once that thermostat opens, it'll. Yeah, then I should really ideally just get a hose out there and with a trigger and get it going. But and I got some fluid, transmission fluid in there, and power steering fluid. So when the pumps get moving, they're not just dry. But as it's, if you can establish a rough idle, then you can run around and keep track of all this stuff. So. But I really did, like I said, I really didn't think that thing was going to start today. So, if it sputtered and kicked up and started to, and then something's going to happen, Yeah,
the wife asked me when I was going to be coming home. I said, well, it could be early or it could be late, but I'm thinking
I was quick to pull the plug on this. I'm like, okay, this problem, there it is, done.
But
I'm not 100% today, so
as long as our expectations were not that high, so it doesn't seem like that big of a defeat.
Right, and it's not like we had to be somewhere, or today's the day.
Right.
The owner's coming in, he needs to see it run.
Right. But unfortunately, next weekend is holiday weekend.
Right.
So
hopefully I'll get some time out here to figure out what I need. I think I have a couple rebuild kits floating around here. So take it apart and just go through it.
Yep. And then this is way down the line. Once the car's on the street and all the other issues that are going to come up,
right?
Get
What's
fixed.
Next?
I do have a Holly trick kit.
With the different cams and
with all the different shooters and power valves. I've got
Venturis and all that.
Yeah, I've got a whole little plastic case full of that stuff. So when the time comes.
When the time comes, if it's needed. It's just the 302, man. It's not
right, but
it's not high end, super high lift cam.
But the best running car is an efficient car.
True. Yeah. I didn't even crack out the vacuum gauge today because it was sort of like, well, if I could get it idling and running and somewhat responsive for 20 minutes, and I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
So, but it sounded different than the old 6-cylinder.
Oh, sure did.
It sounded like I had some kind of weird high torque starter. So, yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Feels different. Felt tight, but, I can't look out and see the fan turning, so I don't know if the crank was turning.
Right. That threw me for a loop too, because
you could stick your hands down there and nothing's going to happen. So
he was like, "Is it turning?" And of course, you look for a fan first,
right? See the hub moving, right? It felt like it, but it was sort of at the same time. It's sort of like, is it engaging? It sounded like it, not just winding up a starter, but.
Well,
at least that piece of crap flex blade is doing something.
At least it's turning.
Damn thing. Yeah.
China's finest.
Oh, that thing's. Yep.
And.
But. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I got a little curse of the hillbilly today.
Yeah, a little curse of the hillbilly on the way over here.
So,
Did you take a close look at that T once you extracted it? It looks like someone spent some time grinding on one end of that thing just to get it to clear or to something. Yeah.
So, last week I was talking about that dummy light switch.
Did you take the switch off when I left? Or came to go get the fittings? Did you take the switch off, or is it still sitting on the wire? in the.
Oh no, I took it off.
Oh, okay. And did you tape off the end of the wire?
Yeah.
All right. As I'm thinking, hey, you could probably get a short.
Well, if it grounds out, the light comes on.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how. Right. Okay.
So it's a quarter. Stock is a 1/4 inch.
Right. And you got.
Male, which we saw. So I got an 1/8 inch one, 20 psi, eBay. Took a little bit longer, spent a few extra bucks, but I got it, and I didn't have to go driving around, asking for something that some
Right.
kid's not going to know what I'm talking about
Oh,
because it
hell
won't
no,
be in the
right.
computer.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was like, clean the garage, just getting stuff done. Like, oh, here's that switch. Let me take 10, 15 minutes to put it in.
What do you? Yeah. Go ahead. Keep talking.
And Teflon tape, spun it in, snugged it up. Everything seemed okay. Fired it up, and it worked. So I said, time for another beverage. Well, on the way here, I get probably 2/3 of the way over here.
Oh, you got like halfway here, man. No problem. Easy.
Look down,
2/3.
and
Yes, you go.
and that dummy light's on. And what are you looking for?
Business card. Only I would know where it is, right?
Right. Dummy light's on, so I look at the mechanical gauge, and it's under 20. And I'm like, what?
And you're probably doing what, 30, 35?
No, I was along that stretch of Cherry by the
That's a-
cemetery.
That's a 35 to 40.
Okay.
A good place to calibrate your speedometer too, because there's no cross traffic, and they have one of those electronic
Right.
speedo warnings.
And, of course, there's no parking, along that strip.
Well, not really.
I wasn't going to get a ticket because I wasn't.
No.
But I was, okay, let me find a good spot. Oh, there's a parking lot. Let me spin in there.
Right.
And oil's just everywhere. And, walk behind the truck and,
Doesn't take much, does it?
and you can see the trail.
Yeah. I've had that with transmissions. Not fun.
And so Davis came over, started tightening it up. I'm like, okay, I thought I had it tight, and that little 16th of a turn.
Comfort of tightening, and then it's just like all of a sudden it gets really loose.
Yeah.
And you're like,
That stupid effing T that Hillbilly put in just broke. And of course, the gauge is 1/8 inch, and the hole in the pump is a 1/4 inch, because that's where that dummy switch is supposed to go. That's a 1/4 inch.
Right.
So Davis brought over a couple fittings, or made another trip. Couple fittings,
I had
couple
a couple
adapters,
fittings, yeah. A little cardboard box for gauges, yeah.
and got the hookup. So I'm okay.
Yeah, you're not leaking.
I'm not leaking.
Gauge works.
I'm not leaking 5 quarts of oil.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it didn't take much.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just for the fitting and some crappy threads, it's just starts pissing everywhere because, 45, 50 psi, doing 35 miles an hour, and it just starts just peeing out everywhere because the oil heats up and, it gets thinner. So it's looking for that way out.
So now I got to find a T.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for the card. This place over here. That's actually, I was thinking about it, but today's Sunday. Off at Delamo there, a block and a half over is Hap's Auto Parts, and old school place, and they have a lot of brass fittings there. I remember, really pretty knowledgeable guys. I haven't been there in quite a while, but when I had problems with Mustang. It's for like, I need a brass fitting. It looks like this. It's like a block T that comes off of exhaust manifold for vacuum, and it's a male on one end, female on halfway through, and something else on the other end. It's sort of like they have those drawers, those like knack drawers or whatever they are, old school, all metal.
Where you can just start fishing through stuff.
Yeah, and then they actually have like little diagrams too for stuff. So compression fittings, vacuum fittings, plumbing fittings, MPT, barb fittings, male, female, orientations. It's just perfect, and not quite like inline, but like T blocks and things like that, where it's sort of like perfect money. It's what I need. Great source. I mean, Clark's probably has it too, but I was thinking, man, it's right there. But yeah, I'll let you go find your own tea, man.
Right. And
if you opt to do that,
we'll see. But I did see the dummy light before I saw the gauge, and so I'll probably arrange something to have the dummy light back on.
Curse of the Hillbilly, man, I'm telling you.
That's like one of the last things. But
mechanical gauge still works.
Yeah. But I'm so glad I saw it. Could you imagine me effing up that brand new engine?
Oh, yeah. By the time you would have got up here, it would have been a knock. It would have been over.
Yeah. Well, when you first see it, it's like, okay, what's going on? And you keep driving, and it's like, I need to pull over.
Right. Oh yeah. Man.
You reach that point, it's like, I'm not gonna make it.
The oil and the oil. That's the first thing. That's like the blood moving through the heart,
So, good times.
Well, we got to fix, man. At least it's working.
Back on the road. So, anything going on this past week?
No, like I said, it was just getting I wasn't like jumping through my ass trying to get stuff done right when you got here. I just put in a couple of hose clamps for the radiator hose. Took care of most of that last weekend. Did the electrical for my electric choke and the fan. That came out okay.
Yeah, I saw those. Got the little boxes installed.
Got the box in there, the fuses there, right in your face. The switch on the inside looks factory, but it would be nice to have a light that comes on, because I can already see that being a problem. Even I caught myself like, well, it's still on. So, I mean, the fan didn't come on because the thermostat wasn't acted at 180 degrees, so
right.
I wouldn't know. It means there's just juice going from the battery to the junction box.
To the switch.
To the switch, right. And probably not so ideal. So,
little stuff that can be figured out later.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put the harness, the wiring harness and all that stuff on either, because
why button it up when
I might have to pull it apart. So the hard part was done. So yeah, I mean, I was pleased with it so far, and wasn't going to rush to take my time today. So, and like I said, it's like when something goes wrong here, I'm done.
Right. So it worked.
Yes, sir.
Please. I've told you before, my boss enjoys putting holes in walls.
Yeah, because you're the patcher, fixer, upper drywall guy.
Right. I mean, I can't tell you how many drywall patches I've done, but he does it because we're making an improvement. Like the exhaust fan in the bathroom. Well, you got to get to the electrical for that, so you got to bust some of the wall out. And it's like, well,
right.
While you're doing that, let's put a switch in.
There you go, Tony.
Rather than having it run off.
Oh, there you go, Kobe.
Failure.
Wait. There you go, Tony.
Ooh, got the bounce.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Thank you, sir. So just in this one bathroom, 4 holes.
And just in the bathroom.
Yeah. To put the fan in, to put an independent switch in, to get to power.
It tastes better.
Well, the problem is, I do really good patch jobs, but these walls were textured.
Did you tell me about like using a paintbrush and flicking it?
That's exactly it.
What do you use? Like a 3-inch wide paintbrush or something?
Not a paintbrush, like a stiff brush that you use for like scrubbing pots and pans.
Okay.
It's got to be stiff.
So like a bristle brush.
So get some of your joint compound, water it down.
Right.
Not so it's like not too much.
because you don't want to look like cottage cheese.
Right, and you don't want it water. You don't. You want
Yeah, you don't
something
want
to splatter.
Right.
And
Not run.
right, get your putty knife, slap a little on there, and then flick it onto the wall. And then go past it on either side,
Yeah.
sort of like feathering it in, and it puts all these nice little snot goobies all over the place.
That's a way of putting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then from there, depending, at one place I've done that and left it like that because that's what the texture was like.
Right.
But in this bathroom, it was like more rounded. So I took some 80 grit sandpaper and just real lightly just knocked the tops off knock the peaks off the snot.
Just
off the
flatten it
snot.
out. 80 grit?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I did it really light though.
Oh.
80 grit is
That's what you had handy.
that's what I had handy, and then
I
that's
just probably like 100.
that's typical for your first sanding
Right.
on joint compound.
Because you're going to do 2 coats.
Sometimes 3.
Sometimes 3, right.
It just depends how thick that first coat is, if it cracks,
Or if it's really visible.
where it is.
Yeah.
If you screw up and you can say, "Oh, I missed that,"
Yeah, after it dries back.
But just a nice, super light sanding gives it, that knocks it down. Had some kills in a can.
Kills premium?
I had that, but I didn't, because they're small patches and stuff like that. I didn't feel like washing a brush, so I used oil base, in a can. And plus, it dries in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it dries quick.
Then I just started lathering on paint because a lot of that texture comes from, 80 years of paint, layer after layer after layer.
Oh, right. It's kind of like the paint job on the Ranchero. Gets a chip in it, you see 3 coats.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
So, just lathered on, a couple thick coats. No runs, but
Right.
because I was cutting in trim anyways.
Right.
I was like, oh, let me throw a little semi-gloss over here. It's near perfect. Like, I know it's there, so I can find it, but your average person, walking in, will not know that there's.
Yeah, it's going to be the what do I care?
But like, you won't see it unless you do drywall. It's like doing tile. Once you've laid out tile, you'll start looking at everybody else's tile jobs.
Where the lines meet up.
It'd be
Size of the tile.
You'd have to have that type of eye, to like really be looking for something.
Yeah, particularly when you're sitting down taking a dump somewhere. You're looking at 12-inch tiles.
Yeah.
In most motels.
Hotels, restaurant bathrooms.
Restaurant bathrooms, right? Yeah.
That's a big one. Although
Kind of a curse, huh?
the Stash Bar,
Where's that?
it's across the street from Congregation on Broadway. Really good place.
What do they specialize in?
Old school real drinks. So like if you wanted a real Manhattan,
Right.
like done right,
Yeah.
or any, an old fashioned,
Right,
any
right.
of those nice classic drinks, that's what they specialize in. You pay for it because it's
So let me get this right. You're saying
Okay,
that
but-
you can't make a good Manhattan?
oh, I can make a great Manhattan because it's one of one of my go-tos.
So you're your own benchmark. Your benchmark here is compared to the guy who's mixing up the drink. So
Okay, I wouldn't order a Manhattan, let's say like at a JoJo's or a place like that.
right, exactly.
Yo.
Somewhere that specializes in beer and peanuts, and
Right.
fried food, Hooters.
This place, it also has very high-end bourbons.
Right. Okay. So
you can get a cigar.
yeah, it's kind of like like a all about me barbershop, right?
It's
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Right. It's like I've just got my haircut and shaved. I'm gonna go a few doors over, have a cigar and taste a couple of whiskeys that I've never had before.
right, but they also they have good beers on tap.
Yeah.
I really I don't know if they have anything really domestic or your typical domestic.
Bud
Yeah.
Light, Coors Light, Keystone,
None of that stuff.
Michelob,
That's what I meant by domestic.
Dos Equis,
But a couple times
Corona Light.
that I
They
have gone
Corona
there.
Light. You get a bucket of Coronas.
For a while there, they had happy hour, Racer 5 on tap, for like $5.
They have what?
Racer 5,
Ooh, I haven't had that in a while.
it, on tap in a glass,
Oh, that sounds pretty good, man.
and I went there with an old co-worker.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I went there with my wife as well, but
Stash.
they also have outside seating.
Bonus.
with ashtrays. So for me, it's like,
Do you smoke cigars though?
I had one.
Oh, you had one during the parade, huh?
No, one of Remarks about a week and a half ago.
I thought that had to do with the parade.
No,
Oh.
we did meet him at the parade,
Oh.
and at the parade he was like, "Hey man, you got to come over and check out my new place."
All right.
So it was a couple days after that.
Oh, okay.
He's into cigars,
Right.
So it was like, all right. I last time I had one before that was Ink and Iron.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago,
Is that the one where we saw Iggy Pop?
I think it was. So that
I mean, the Stooges. I
I
was kind of lit up, so I don't remember.
yeah. You're bobbing and weaving by the end of the night a little bit.
That was a long night. Changing the subject, man. My brother-in-law gave me this Tall Boy craft brew. Now read that. Now it says
Stone Brewing Company and Sierra. Whoa.
North meets the South, right?
Ah.
Short run. I guess it's a short run. It was brewed on 11/15 last month.
So the label's got.
So it's bottled by Stone, but I guess it's
Well, see the gargoyle
yeah.
logo.
But
the-
they actually mentioned Sierra Nevada.
The California, the shape of California is all done up in hops.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on. I'm not going to be able to read.
I'll read all that. Right. It's
read the
basically a hat tip to Sierra Nevada for starting out with the pale ales and getting more involved with the IPA, their own IPAs. They're based in Northern California, obviously, and Stone is all Southern California IPA super.
So
brewer.
so Sierra kind of
So
paved
that-
the way for what Stone can start doing.
So that might be kind of a spin-off of a Sierra Nevada arrogant bastard / bourbon
torpedo bastard.
Yeah, bourbon barrel aged.
What's the IBUs on that?
I don't know what the IBU is, but the alcohol content's 8.2. IBT. No. I don't know what the IBUs are. I didn't get that far into reading. But, yeah, I'll have to look for that. Another one. I mean, obviously haven't opened it up yet, man.
You'll have to.
Let me know. I'm like, yeah, it's known. I'm like, what's it say Sierra Nevada for?
Well, maybe
because the Sierra Nevada, the hop hunter that we're enjoying right now, is pretty smooth, man.
Enjoying it is the proper word.
Yeah, it's just season.
Salud.
So yeah, that was a pleasant surprise, man.
So, anything on Project Street Legal? I know holidays.
Project Street Legal. We have a meeting coming up next month sometime. We're gonna figure out, I guess, a council, membership, job,
board members.
Come up with some business cards maybe, and start pitching. So. We'll figure it out. It's going to be probably one of the first 2 weekends of second or third weekend of January. We'll do a meeting and we'll go from there. But we're coming up with some proposals. So I mean, all we can do is start pitching it. So,
and the more legit it looks.
Image is everything, right, William?
Right. I mean, as far as logos, business cards, I mean...
Website, PowerPoint presentation, bullet points.
Social media.
Aerial photos. I mean, just like contact. But until...
Rather than just wine, gimme. It's like...
Right.
No,
but yeah.
Like,
good point, man.
Like, here, we're trying to do something.
Yeah, because Irwindale Speedway is open through July. I think we mentioned that last week, though. But, yeah, so after July, who knows? So, but, I mean, in the meantime, is that having another facility really going to pull something from Irwindale? Not when they're racing only on 1 day a week, so...
Right.
Guess what?
Yeah, it would not be competition.
And if somebody said, yes, you guys can have the property in March of 2016, it might take 6 months. I mean, I don't know. Things move slow. I don't know. Usually in the volunteer thing and the process is slow.
Word of mouth.
There's no money involved, really. I mean, as far as investors, but until you can get granted that land, I mean, then you can ask people, say, hey, we have a dedicated chunk of land that's going to be used for X, Y, and Z for the next 6 months.
Hey, Performance Plus.
How about $100? You know what I'm saying? That's sort of like, you keep it cheap, get them in early, the people who are into it, and then as it rolls along, last guy in pays more. So, non-believers pay more money.
There you go.
right. Sorry, man. Yeah.
So,
proof is in the pudding, right?
Right. So, when are we going to do our year-end shoot pool?
That's what I was asking you about when you're working, because I got like 3 days. I got like 2 4-day weekends.
I can take a day off.
Yeah, but let's see.
We'll look at the calendar.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we'd figure that out,
Right. Speaking of, it's time for us to start working on our calendar for 2016.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I picked up Good Guy's schedule.
Oh wow, really? I forgot all about them.
I think I grabbed it.
First show for them would be what? Del Mar?
I don't know. I just grabbed it.
Grand National Roadster Show, January the 30th. That's a Saturday.
Yeah, we just got that email like yesterday.
Right, but I was on my radar a couple of weeks ago. The wife was asking me what I want to do for that weekend, what's going on. So it's sort of like, the best day to go to that show is on a Saturday. So, rain or shine. So, that's definitely up on the radar. And in February, I'm not sure what's going on, but definitely Grand National Roadshow show. We didn't go this year. We went to Turlock, so maybe fish will come down. I don't know. Whatever. We got MPMC, so a couple days before that. So we'll be busy.
I got to hit vets.
Oh, what are you going to get at Vets? Hey, yeah, man. What's going on with the truck? I mean, as far as POR and things are thinking, you're waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're sending me emails.
Oh, you notice the timestamp? No, it's usually 2 or 3. 4 is pretty...
See, I got you to correct me. Ooh. Yeah, so... Vets, yeah.
Because I tossed an email to Jason over at POR, check, because I haven't gotten product yet.
Right.
And I wasn't being pushy. It was just like...
No, we see... yeah.
You know, I've had a history of having things stolen.
We see a lot of these black and white videos of people, like, doing Christmas shopping along where the streets where you live, a.k.a. where everybody lives. Right, yeah.
Well, I've had several things stolen, so I was just checking.
Right.
You know, and like all the packages, you know, Christmas packages and stuff that, you know, Amazon stuff, I get it delivered to work.
You know, I was thinking about that though. It's sort of like people put cameras on their doorstep, but I think it needs to be out on the tree and on curbside so we can get a license plate. Because just some dickhead or some dumb woman with a hat on, you know, and it just comes up and just picks something up and walks away. It's sort of like, all right, I see what you look like. We know you're stupid, but until we get a license plate, because you know you're not on foot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And, you know, my friendly postal carrier lacks a whole lot of common sense when leaving packages. Like, opens up the screen door, package, and then, you know, and it's like, you know, I come home, screen doors just flapping in the wind, said, hey, look at me, I got a package here. It's like, at least attempt to ditch it off to the side or something.
A tip, maybe?
Well, I tipped my UPS guy.
Oh, okay. I remember we had this conversation before. There you go. So it always ends up where it needs to be?
Yep.
Okay.
He walks up the driveway.
Right.
He opens the gate.
You don't need to say that. Right, exactly.
Actually, it was Tuesday. Wife ordered a bunch of stuff. I mean, and we got like a wine shipment, so we had like 6 boxes.
Well, that's important.
Well, he came to the door for that one.
Oh, yeah,
because you have to sign off
on it, right?
And all right, thanks, Ed. Blah blah blah. And you know, wife asks, "Do we have a card for Ed?" I'm like, "Oh no!" You know, of course he's just drove off.
Right.
And I'm like, you got to have something coming back in, you know, from Amazon, because she has a large family.
Or he's going to be stopping by the time he gets to the end of the street.
I am at the end of the street.
You are at the end of the street. That's right. I'm like, wait.
You know, and of course she didn't have anything coming in.
Oh.
You know, like done. I'm like, you know, because I forgot him like a couple of years ago.
Right.
You know, same type of thing is like.
Right.
You know, because usually.
So what do you?
So usually what I do, I put the card where he leaves stuff.
Oh.
And it's like, that's right.
Is it the brown card?
So
that's cool, man.
So Wednesday, the present that I have for my wife came in and was in my truck, and she went to yoga.
It's that big, huh?
Yeah. Well,
70-inch TV screen.
Oh, the box was.
It's not a 70-inch plasma TV.
Put those 2 cylinder head boxes together. It's still bigger than that.
Wow, dude.
Well, and she went to yoga, so it was like, perfect time to bring it in.
Where'd you
stash
hide
it out in the
that?
garage.
Oh, in the garage?
Stash it in the garage with a moving blanket over it.
Oh,
In the back.
right. Man.
And so coming out, and it's like, there's the truck, down at the end of the street. So I was able to just kind of waited for him. He made another stop.
Right.
Walked over, and he's like, "Yeah, William, I don't have anything for you today." I said, "Here you go, Ed. Merry Christmas."
Awesome, man.
It was like, it's amazing when it was $20,
Hell yeah.
but it's like, hey, he goes out of his way. I appreciate it. My barber, I brought him a bottle of Larceny.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know we could still get your hands on that.
they had it at Bevmo.
Oh, really? That was the bourbon, right?
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen that since we were up north, man.
it was very good because, of course, you got to taste it.
Oh.
So
On the premises.
on premises.
At least they open it for you.
Oh, he popped it open,
Oh.
wiped down a couple glasses,
Sharpen the knife.
took a little nip.
Yeah.
It was good. Then opened up the fridge, grabbed a PBR.
Right.
While I got my hair cut and shave. But then again, tips are good. But he's going to remember. Oh yeah, boom, bottle of booze.
To the back.
Yeah. It's a simple way of making sure I get good service and letting them know that I appreciate good service.
Yeah, man.
Because when I don't get good service, I'm done with
Oh, you're a grouchy man. Well, I've been there.
you. Yeah. My
I've
old
been there.
mechanic.
I'm trying
my
to get-
old barber.
I'm trying to get a roofer out here, dude. It's just like pulling teeth. I've been looking for roofers for the past 5 months. I get the response, I'm busy till February. It's like, I'm happy for you. I could really care less, but until someone comes out here and gives me a quote, I can't give you any business. So somehow between now and then, get off your ass and get out here and do it. Because I know you're not roofing. Pain in the ass. Yeah, but like you said, good service. I owe a trip to my mechanic over here in the corner. I haven't seen him in quite a while, which is a good thing. Knock on wood. But I already have a list. For him for Ranchero steering box. I mean, I've been driving the car around, showed my son how much it floats. He just starts laughing. It's like, well, yeah.
Well,
Priorities.
He's used to super responsive video game
Well,
stuff.
I let him drive the Lexus.
Oh.
Yeah. I took him out to where Mark got in trouble out here at Vet Stadium. I pulled into the park. I go, hey. I was like, oh, gate's open. Big, massive parking lot. Sun was just starting to go down, like nobody around. Switch seats, sit down, which is the most troubling feeling you'll ever have. It's like, it'd be like you sitting in the passenger side of the Galaxy and having the wife drive you somewhere to go get, go to the market or something that's 2 miles away. Where it's sort of like you start to do the foot thing and then, you're just...
Well, how do you do?
He did really well, but it feels weird telling somebody how to drive because you just do it. You don't say it or think it.
Right. You
have to think it, and then you have to say it, and then you have to be, sort of like the do this and reason why, kind of thing. So
by doing this is what happens.
right,
Yeah.
but instead of just shoving a bunch of information and talking, you just sort of like. He'll figure it out within the first minute of how something feels and what needs to be done. So,
And you need that. You got to train him on when you say break, that means break.
right, but
you know,
it's
like-
not like it's
like
I remember
a couple keywords, like
yeah.
like, we're getting too close up. Brake,
Yeah, he had the hand over hand pretty good. It's the letting the wheel spin through your hands because you feel like you're out of control. I remember doing that when I started. You like kind of grab it as it's going, but it's like I just said, just let it go. It'll spin through, and then when it stops, and then you just grab it again. And then when you put a car in drive, it'll just start to cruise off by itself. But you have to put your foot on the brake to get it out of park. See, I got truck, Mustang, Galaxy. It's just sort of like, no, you just throw it in whatever gear you want, and it takes off. So yeah, you just like, okay. Put the seatbelt on because the light's on. So sort of like, yeah.
We'll start buzzing at you if you don't.
Right. Oh yeah. So it's like, I guess, man, that's the world's easiest car to drive. But then it's like next time I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll take the Ranchero. I'll show you what a column shift does, and you get the feel for this big ass steering wheel, and it's all skinny, and the car is telling you what's going on.
Right. You're driving a machine.
Yeah.
But
it's when you have power everything, it's sort of like, yeah, okay, and it's quiet. But when you're, like you said, a machine, it's like what the Mustang used to not have power brakes. So it's sort of like, yes, you're standing on it. Yes, you have to do this. It's going to do this. It's, the steering ratio. You know what it's going to do. It's you listen. You listen.
Exactly. When when my wife had to drive the truck for a week when her car was in the shop, when I drove her home, and she can drive stick. I mean, she drives stick.
Right.
Before I knew her, she drove Mustangs. So. That's not the issue. It was like, let me tell you about this car.
Right, what it wants to do.
Right.
What it's going to do.
It was like, here's how it likes, when it likes to go into first gear. All that, starting procedure. Every car is a little different.
Right.
If it doesn't start this way, then you have to do it this way.
Ranchero hates being run cold. That car loves to get, as soon as it gets to 180, and it's just like, okay, throw me in gear and I'll drive. But if it's cold, and I, wait 2 minutes and I get it on the street, and say I get it out to the main street, and I just start leaning on it, it just says, what?
Chug, chug.
What?
Chug,
it's
chug.
like, dude.
Yeah.
So you got to go real slow on it. You give yourself lots of room. And then by the time I get up to the first stoplight, by then I'm listening because I don't have a tack, but I'm just listening to it. If it's, and I start messing with the choke a little bit, but it's sort of like, no, it doesn't need choke. It just needs to warm up. Yeah, but once the thermostat opens and then, yeah, it takes a while.
Every old car is different.
Right.
Even down to closing the doors. I remember the last time we were up at Fish's, because those doors have had so many issues.
Oh, his car?
Yeah, on the 49.
Oh, the 49? Oh, because they're jacked.
Right. But when I went to close the door, it was like, how do you want me to close it? Because I knew that there was a special, not too hard, not too soft, give it to me, what's the procedure?
Yeah, I had to tell my son that too, because with the Ranchero, I went to go get a Christmas tree, and it's like, I got to tell him how to unbuckle the seat belts. Because if you just hit the button, it's like the airplane. Mm-hmm. The lap belt, one side's got the recoil on it.
And then it flops and hits the door.
So it immediately zips back and hits the door. I'd forgot about that the first time. Yeah. And then I told him, I said,
my pops, on his 72 truck was the same thing.
And you got to tell him, you go, the seatbelt, hold both ends, hit the button, but still hold on to it, and then let it go back. Let the other side go back towards the door. Otherwise, it's going to fling back. And I'm like, it's just like the Mustang. But then I realized he hasn't been on the Mustang in over a year. So it's like, got to tell them again. Because you take it for granted. You're like, oh, okay.
Right.
And then the door was like, you hit the knob, and then you push the button in from the outside, and then you close it, and you let it go. And he couldn't do it. You know, he pushed it in, and it's just like it. You know, it talks back to you, like stupid. It's not closed. I'm like, it's not closed. I said you should be able to just push it, and then the knob should come up, and then you should open it, and lock it, push it, and you know. But those were things you're like,
Yeah. That generation, they don't know.
Power locks. Right. Buttons, you know, it's like.
When I had my niece and we went to the Girls in the Garage car show.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know, she was like looking for the knob. You know, it's like
in the truck?
In the truck, you know.
Oh, that's even one step further back, right?
You know, it's like
That's right.
Window cranks. You know.
Yeah, window crank. Yeah, because yours is like to lock it, you go down.
Yeah. Well, it's different on both sides.
Both sides, right?
You know,
because I remember the 59 was like that.
Going forward, you know, pointing it towards the engine locks it.
Right.
Moving it back opens it. You know, and
yeah, that's right.
You know,
because
like,
it throws.
It's like I need you to close the door so I can lock it. You know, just like dumb. Yeah, and we're on the freeway, and I'm like, "Hey, you want some air conditioning?" And so, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm like, open up that door.
Open up the vent down at the bottom.
You know, just like these big eyes, like what is going
fresh
on?
Air. What's this mean? Yeah, it's just regular air. 260.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that at the farmer's market a while back. You know, I was rolling down the passenger window, and of course, you know, that's right when the person next to me, you know, was trying to get into their car.
Oh.
She was like, "Oh, hi." I'm like, you know, because it looks kind of. I'm like,
because you got to lean over.
Right. You know, it's like, nope, I'm just turning on my air conditioning.
Yeah.
You know.
Down it comes.
Okay, so.
So yeah, you got to get busy with the truck here too, huh?
Yep, I gotta find a fitting.
Next vets maybe.
Next vets, I got to get some product.
Maybe.
'Cause I got to get started on.
Need a right angle grinder?
Got one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I don't remember.
I might end up using. My boss has a couple of disc sanders.
Right, like 7-inch or something. Fairly large.
Yeah, you know, but you put a 40 grit on that thing, and
put some eye protection on that one, man. Yeah, you whatever it is in front of you, it'll go.
Right. It
fast.
I've taken nails.
Yeah.
Head you know, nails,
heads, and all that stuff.
You know,
braces and.
When you do cement board, like on a countertop and it punches through,
right?
You know, get under there, just grind them down with this thing. I'll probably end up just borrowing one of those. Go with sandpaper rather than grinding.
What you'll figure it out real fast,
right? You know,
I have a touch-up paint gun if you need one.
He's got like 4 of them.
Oh,
I have a hard time finding one of them because they're all over the place.
GPS.
Yeah, but you know, that won't be a problem. But you know, I've got a fair amount of prep work to do.
35 square feet, man.
Yeah. So, next podcast, we'll do a holiday one, and then it'll be sometime in January.
Yeah, probably run around vets or Project Street legal meeting or something. So yeah, and we still got back in the Mustang, so I got a carburetor rebuild.
So 2016's already looking like we're gonna be busy, which is a good thing. So thanks for listening. We still have T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirts, hats, $20. Toss us an email at primerpodcast@gmail.com. Sign up for the free newsletter. Go to the homepage, scroll down all the way down to the bottom, or you can also check us out on Facebook. There's a link for that direct. Give us a like, share our pages. There's a lot of wacky stuff, too, we've been posting up for just projects and whatnot, so check them out. We've got video from Moon Eyes, picture gallery from Moon Eyes. Plenty to see and just kill time with when you're waiting for relatives to come over.
Right. Exactly. And Twitter, YouTube channel, all the usual social media stuff. I try to get a couple Instagram
I've
pics.
got some YouTube channels, videos for the Project Nickel and Dime catch up from where we are today to my actual engine build. I've done some video clips of that, so.
And I got the Mark Lewis Hedman video up last night. So even if there isn't a podcast that weekend, there's usually something that's coming up. So again, we do this in our spare time. So
till next time.
So it comes out when it comes out. So until next time, my name is William.
And that was Davis.
But there'll be no